You're watching TOON TV News Daily. Breaking news coming from Sky Sports this morning. It could be good news for the TOON that Newcastle United have had a £13.5 million bid accepted from Championship club Norwich City for the services of their left-back Jamal Lewis. Norwich did quote Newcastle at £18 million for the services of Jamal Lewis, but due to the fact that they've been relegated from the Premier League to the Championship, that has now been lowered at £13.5 million, and allegedly on Sky Sports that has been accepted by the Championship club. Now the Canaries, of course, were relegated from the Premier League to the Championship, and they've bolstered their squad by bringing in players that are going to get them back into the Premier League at the first time of asking. Now Jamal Lewis is a left back which we desperately need. He's English, but he actually plays for Northern Ireland at international level, so he's got plenty of international experience, which is important. He also fits the blueprint. He would be a high selling value if he was to play well. He is very experienced at Premier League level. He's played over 90 games for the Canaries in both the Championship and the Premier League, scoring 1 goal. But don't let that 1 goal put you off, because not many left backs actually score goals unless you play for one of the best clubs in the world, like a Barcelona, a Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich or PSG, for example. Jamal Lewis, for me, is more attacking minded, whereas Paul Dummett isn't. He's more defensive minded, and we need somebody who, from left back, is going to get forward and bring in ASM, Miggy, Joe Linton, and possibly Callum Wilson and Fraser into the matches to get with goals, because we didn't score enough goals from the attacking areas last season. Now, for £13.5 million, that could be a snip, given the fact that if Norwich had stayed up, they could have sold him for more. And also, I could have seen Jamal Lewis playing for a top 7 Premier League club because he was that good last season. He was one of their better players last season, very positive. And with Jamal Lewis, he's been highly rated by the Norwich City faithful, and I'm sure they'd be gutted to see him go. But I'm sure at Newcastle, he'd fit right in, because we need a left back and he'd be guaranteed to get games straight away. And with a new season only less than a week away, let's try and get this deal done as quick as possible. And I think it would suit both parties, because Norwich, they're getting 13.5 million where they can actually use that money to invest in their side, and then we can use Jamal Lewis to progress him in the Premier League and get him better than he was maybe last season, playing in front of a bigger crowd, playing alongside better players like an ASM, like a Miggy. He's going to learn off the likes of Jamal Lascelles, of course, the captain. And as well as that, he knows Jacob Murphy, who is also a current TOON player who was signed for £12 million back in 2017. So you'll know him, so you'll hopefully settle him very well. But then you never know. With Jacob Murphy, he's been linked away from the club to go back out on loan to Sheffield Wednesday. Now, also been linked with another left-back in Ruggiero from Sassuolo in Italy in the Serie A. Now, I don't know too much about him, but he's been reported over the weekend that he could be signing for Newcastle for around 14 million euros. And he's Brazilian. That's all I know about him, but we'll wait and see on that. But if we can get in 2 left-backs, both Jamal Lewis and Ruggiero, I would be happy with that, because we can actually then move Paul Dummett into a more centre-back position where he's more better at defending, rather than playing him at left-back and not being able to get forward, because at times he's been caught out, and also he's injury-prone, Paul Dummett, as well. In other news, we've also been linked with Ryan Fraser. Apparently, he's been on Tyneside to speak to Steve Bruce about signing for the club. He could be a free transfer. I would take him. It's better than nothing. He'd only cost, 30, 40, 50 grand a week, so he'd fit the blueprint perfectly. And he's more attacking minded as well, so I would definitely welcome Fraser to the football club. Callum Wilson, at this moment in time, he's still in talks to try and move to the football club. We're going to try and get Matt Ritchie to go the other way, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But if we can get in Callum Wilson, Fraser, Ruggiero and Jamal Lewis, that'll be good business. If we can get them done before the season starts, then I'm more confident that we can go higher in the league. But if not, then we are massively going to struggle. So, Mike Ashley, get your checkbook out and start spending some money and trying to bolster the side. Because at this moment in time, Jeff Hendrick isn't enough, and neither is Mark Gillespie. Because Mark Gillespie isn't guaranteed to get first-team action unless Darlow doesn't start against West Ham. And then Hendrick, there's been mixed reports about him, but I will give him a chance. But that is the news for this morning, that £13.5 million has been accepted from Norwich City for Jamal Lewis. He's 22-year-old. He's made over 90 appearances for Norwich. Would you take him? Yes or no? Let me know down below in the comments. Just to say thank you very much for 3,200 subscribers on YouTube. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you very much for your continued support. Keep hitting that like button. Keep subscribing. Turn on your notification bell so you never miss a video from myself. And until the next one, I'll see you all later. Keep it tuned. How are the lads?